YouTube family? It's your boy G.
I'm Aries, y'all.
And we back with another video. We got a movie review for y'all today.
Those Who Wish Me Dead, featuring Angelina Jolie.
As the star cat, man, we're going to talk about her being the star character in this movie a little bit later on.
Because is she really the star?
So, y'all, Angelina Jolie was a smoke jumper. I don't know, well, I didn't know what a smoke jumper was. So I did some research and I looked up smoke jumpers. Right?
I've never heard of that. I didn't know that was a job.
I had to tell her about it. So a smoke jumper is like a firefighter on steroids, y'all. Y'all know how when you see like the Navy SEALs coming in and they're like coming down out of the ropes, like off the ropes out of a helicopter? That's kind of like what a smoke jumper is. When there's a wildfire, they fly them over the wildfire. Smoke jumpers jump out on a parachute into the heart of the fire. Which is a crazy job.
That seems like a cool job.
It seems like you could die. I don't want to go into a wildfire because that junk is burning all the way around you. How do you get out?
But I mean, if you're a firefighter, that's occupational hazard. You could die. Fires kill people. So whether you're going into a burning building or coming out of an airplane going into a wildfire, you could die.
Yeah. So we just want to give a shout out to all the firefighters, all the smoke jumpers in the world. We commend y'all for the job that y'all do because you risk your lives to save people like us on a day-to-day basis. So thank you, smoke jumpers and firefighters. Y'all, this was a good movie. It was very interesting, very suspenseful.
I'm going to have to disagree with you there.
For real?
The more that is sitting on my spirit, I don't know if I could say that this was a good movie. It wasn't a bad movie. But I don't know if I could say it was good.
We got the good, the bad, and the ugly about Those Who Wish Me Dead. Let's get into it. So let's jump into the good. What did you think was good about this movie?
What did I think was good about this movie? I will say once the action started, it kept my attention. Like, I was engaged. I wanted to see how these characters were going to get out of this. Because they were in this huge predicament. It didn't seem like there was any way out, okay? These two villains have assault rifles. They're obviously highly trained. Angelina Jolie weighs 90 pounds. She's suffering from PTSD. She's weak.
She's cutting herself. She got struck by lightning.
She's falling out of towers. How is she gonna save this little boy? So I was definitely engaged with the movie because I wanted to know are they gonna make it?
For me, the good was how the movie came on. Like, you see the two bad guys, they go to this house and then they're leaving the house. They're like walking down the street. And while they're walking away from the house, I'm like, because I know something is about to happen. Like, I can feel it festering in my spirit. Next thing you know, this whole mansion just blows up. So like from the beginning of the movie all the way to the end, I felt like it was suspenseful. Like, you know, I was awake. Like, I was wide awake, tuned in, trying to figure out what was going to happen.
It was definitely suspenseful.
Definitely. Another good aspect of this movie was
OMG, my Shiro, the real hero of this film, y'all. Don't watch it for Angelina, okay? She's weak in this movie. It's not about her. This movie is about Medina Singer, okay? She plays Allison, the pregnant wife of the sheriff. She's just so dope. She is black, pregnant, gangsta chick on horseback with an assault rifle. Actually, I think it was a deer rifle, but black, pregnant, gangsta chick on horseback.
Y'all, seriously, she stole the show. Like, when you watch the movie, you're gonna wonder why Angelina was like the lead protagonist of the movie. Like, this woman, you would think Angelina is gonna save the day, but actually it was black pregnant gangster chick on horseback.
Look, Ryan Coogler, if you haven't cast this woman in the next Black Panther, please do so because she is so dope.
Dope.
The lady was 6 months pregnant. She jumped on a horse with a gun, going through a forest that's on fire, and she killed one of the bad guys.
We gotta give it up to her. Black excellence.
That's okay. When they say black women are magical, she's a freaking unicorn.
One other aspect of this movie that was really good was Finn Little, who plays Connor Cassidy. His dad is the financier who discovers what the bad people are doing, and him and his dad have to go on a run. Connor has already lost his mom to cancer, so all he has is his dad. And he sees his dad get shot up like 57 times.
He's riddled with bullets.
Yes, riddled. Like St. Valentine's Day Massacre for all you mafia lovers out there. He was riddled with bullets.
Pretty sad. It's pretty traumatic for a young boy.
A young boy to see. You could just see the despair in his eyes. Like, he played this part really good. So I really liked him. I could feel his pain. You know, him navigating through losing 2 parents and then having to trust Angelina Jolie. He did a really good job. So I won't be surprised to see Finn Little in some more movies.
Absolutely.
One other good thing that I liked about this movie was that we got to see some poetic justice, y'all. I love poetic justice. I love when somebody does something stupid, like Nicholas Hoult. I know you all know who Nicholas Hoult is. He was in this movie. Did a great job, by the way. But Nicholas Hoult, along with his counterpart, Aidan Gillen, start a wildfire. Really, Aidan started the wildfire while Nicholas Hoult sat there and watched. But he's an accomplice. At the end of the movie, he gets baked by the fire. It was like great poetic justice to me. I feel like that was another good part of the movie. I like when people get what they got coming to them.
And he got it. He got his. Because that is a hell of a way to go.
Tyler Perry had a cameo in the movie. It was very short-lived, but when I seen Tyler Perry come on screen, I was a little skeptical. Like, is he gonna be like Madea or Goofy? You know what I'm saying? But I love Tyler Perry because he's always giving back to the community. I love Tyler Perry. So like to see him on screen in the role, the 5 minutes that he was on film, he did a really good job. Like he was like a uber bad guy who I believed.
I thought he was great. Now, like you said, when I see a movie and I see that Tyler Perry is going to be in that movie, sometimes the automatic thought, it's a reflex, this is going to be stupid.
Goofy.
But he did good.
He did a good job. They didn't keep him on screen long enough. They should have brought him back. I don't really know who he was or who he was connected to.
He was connected to the bad guy. Whoever this figure is that is trying to tie these loose ends and kill who needs to be killed so that they could save their behind. He was obviously their mouthpiece.
That's a great transition because that brings us to the bad about this movie. I have not been really feeling watching movies that are slowly developing. They don't get to like what's going on and like give you clues and cues about what's happening in the storyline until too late. So this movie was about 1 hour and 29 minutes. We watched 45 minutes of the movie before I knew exactly what was going on. You just see this dad and his son running. The dad tells you that he discovered something and now people want him dead.
I still don't know why they were running. I feel like this movie never really tells you anything. It infers a lot of things, it implies things, but it never outright tells you what did the father write in this note? Like, what did he discover that is costing him his life?
His life and his boss's life. The house that I mentioned that blew up, that was his boss.
The house of the district attorney, his whole family.
Kids and all, y'all.
We still don't know why they died.
They never tell you. All you know is he uncovered something. So I mean, you have to use context clues to assume that he's a financier. He probably was going through some numbers and people are skimming money or stealing money or funding something illegal, and a bunch of big wigs are involved in it. Judges, state attorney, people who don't have no business messing around with the bad guys. One more bad thing about this movie was Aidan Gillen's character, black gangsta pregnant chick on horseback, burnt his face up. Like, she burnt his whole face, y'all, and he was just like still, like, you know, if you get hairspray sprayed on you, that junk will ignite everything. Like, your hair will catch on fire. Like, dude got his whole face burned, but he still had all his hair. It didn't take him out like it should have. That was bad.
It was a little like, come on now. She just like burnt him to a crisp and he just gets up
and shoots at her.
He just looks like Two-Face. Like, that's it. He can still hear, like, he shouldn't have no hearing. He shouldn't have no hair.
He shouldn't even have an ear.
He shouldn't have no face.
Oh my God. Not too many bad parts to this movie. Like I said, I really enjoyed this movie. So yeah, let's transition into The Ugly.
The Ugly for me. Angelina Jolie. I love her. I'm a fan, okay? But in this movie, she just didn't shine for me. Like, I don't get it. Like, where she was just like a shadow of a person. Like, and I get it. Like, the character was going through this trauma and she was kind of like sinking into herself and not really wanting to live. And so she definitely looked the part with her 90-pound frame. So that was working in her favor. But like, she's supposed to be a firefighter, but she's like going through PTSD. She weighs 90 pounds. She keeps getting hurt every 5 minutes. Like, I didn't understand.
So y'all, just to give a little bit of backdrop about why she was suffering from what she was suffering from. Previous mission, her and her crew smoke jumped into a wildfire, and she was the leader. She miscalculated the wind and everything went haywire. Burning all around them, trees falling, and some of her crew lost composure. She sees one of them, a tree falls on him, she sees him die, and then like a family just appears, like they're trying to escape from their house.
3 young boys.
And she sees them die as well. So she's haunted. So I mean, but that the whole movie, she couldn't really live up to her heroine character because she's like basking in the misery of that past moment.
And really, I mean, I get it. That's traumatic to see people die in a fire. But that's part of your job. Like, I would assume that's not the first time you've seen something similar to that happen. And if like it took you out that much, maybe you should get a new job. Like, why
your career.
Why are you still working there? Go be a librarian. Like, nothing happens in the library.
Facts. One of the most ugliest things for me was the 2 bad guys, Aidan Gillen and Nicholas Hoult. They came in and they tried to kill the sheriff, and the sheriff is John Berthal. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he is Shane from The Walking Dead. Like, Shane is the man.
He's always Shane to me. Wasn't he in The Punisher?
Yep, he played the Punisher. He played the Punisher. But they tried to come and kill his wife, y'all. And she's 6 months pregnant. And I'm like, y'all remember, if you've been watching our movie reviews, we just watched the movie with Michael B. Jordan, Without Remorse. And they killed his wife. Luckily, black gangster pregnant chick on horseback.
She survives, y'all. She is the real hero of this. She is my shero.
For real, she survived. But it's just crazy. Like, why are all these people trying to kill pregnant women? Like, psychologically, I don't want to see that type of stuff in a movie.
I was telling him when we were watching it, if they kill her, I'm done. I'm getting up. I'm not gonna finish this movie. I can't take it.
Man, so that was ugly to me that they tried, but it was dope because they didn't kill her.
She wasn't having it. Okay.
She rose up. I got a special one today, The Sad, because this movie was quite sad. It was sad to me because John Berthal's character plays Ethan Sawyer, the husband of Gangsta Black pregnant chick on horseback.
You have to say her full name, okay?
Allison Sawyer.
No, I mean her full name is Black Pregnant Gangsta Chick on Horseback with an assault rifle. That's her full name.
So the bad guys, they wanted Ethan Sawyer's character to track the little boy.
Connor.
He was put in a bad predicament, man, to where he's the sheriff and he's with these 2 bad guys and he's under the impression that they have his pregnant wife, which they never do. He's still a good guy. So he ends up getting shot, y'all. And you think that he's gonna make it. And then at the very, very end of the movie, they survive the wildfire and everything and he dies, man. And it was just sad. Like, I wanted him to live. Like, I wanted the good people to be triumphant. And we lost one, man. Man down.
That was sad. But you know what? Another part, can we go back to some bad of this film? His death was sad. But due to some poor writing on the part of these filmmakers, I feel like you never really got to connect with any of the characters in this movie. I mean, is that just me? Did you feel that way?
I connected a little bit with the son, Connor.
Okay.
Yeah, I connected with Connor.
He did well. I didn't really feel connected to many characters in this film except my shero, black pregnant gangster chick on horseback with an assault rifle. I will say the ending to this film left me wanting more. I felt like it was very anticlimactic. You know, of course they defeat the bad guys, but then the press and everyone pulls up and Connor has to give this interview. We don't see the interview. We never get to read the father's note, so we don't know why all these people had to die. Like, it was just like, for what?
Exactly. We never find out who the bad guy was, what the information was that the father stumbled upon. like who Tyler Perry worked for. We never got to see any of that. So that is another example of slacking in the writing room.
Maybe at this point it doesn't really matter. Does it really matter? Maybe that's what they figured.
But see, to me, the two bad guys, Nicholas Hoult and Aidan Gillen, they're just like foot soldiers. So okay, you killed them. There are heavy hitters and more big wigs behind the scenes with the money that can pay to send more foot soldiers like Aidan Gillen and Nicholas Hoult. So like, even though you killed them, you ain't killed a head, so it can keep coming back. But I mean, I guess like you said, at this point it doesn't matter. You know, maybe the movie didn't want to go into all of that. But this was a good movie.
It was okay.
It's different from what we normally watch, but we trying to give y'all a little bit of flavor, a little bit of variety.
It's not different from what we normally watch. It's different from what we have been typically reviewing for you guys.
Exactly.
We watch all kinds of movies, y'all.
Exactly. We got some rom-com reviews coming for y'all too.
When is a rom-com coming out?
I don't even know. I'm just saying it because there might be some lady subscribers out there who want to see us review a love movie.
I'm gonna let you do most of the talking for that review.
Whatever. We hope y'all like this video. We hope you enjoy this movie. The movie is streaming on HBO Max from now until June 13th. So you got a little bit under a month to go and watch Those Who Wish Me Dead.
It's definitely worth a watch.
Definitely.
I don't regret watching it.
Not at all.
Mainly because of my She-Ra. Black pregnant gangster chick on horseback with an assault rifle.
Yo, make sure you like, subscribe for the good vibe.
Always a good vibe.
And we'll see y'all on the next review, y'all.